What if I told you that the fate of empires was often decided not on the battlefield, but in the drawing rooms of diplomacy? Imagine the hushed conversations, the strategic handshakes, and the carefully worded documents that held the power to change the course of history. These were the arenas where the true power plays happened, far from the clashing swords and roaring cannons. Today I'm diving into the intricate world of Ottoman diplomacy, where treaties and alliances shaped the course of history. The Ottoman Empire, with its vast territories and diverse populations, had to master the art of diplomacy to maintain its dominance and navigate the ever-changing political landscape of Europe and Asia. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more fascinating historical insights. In this video, I'll explore the fascinating realm of Ottoman diplomacy, focusing on the treaties and alliances that defined the empire's relationships with its neighbors and rivals. We'll delve into the strategies that allowed the Ottomans to maintain their power and influence over centuries, despite facing numerous challenges. From the powerful Habsburgs to the rising Russian Empire, the Ottomans navigated a complex web of political intrigue that influenced the balance of power for centuries. These relationships were not just about power, but also about survival and adaptation in a world where alliances could shift overnight. But why was diplomacy so crucial for the Ottomans? The answer lies in the very nature of their empire. As the empire expanded, it faced numerous challenges: territorial disputes, rising powers, and internal strife. The Ottomans had to constantly negotiate and renegotiate their position to keep their vast empire intact. This required a delicate balance of power, strategic marriages, and sometimes even deceit. The need for strategic alliances became paramount. These alliances were not just about mutual defense, but also about trade, culture, and influence. They allowed the Ottomans to project their power far beyond their borders and to integrate diverse peoples into their empire. The burning question was, how could the Ottomans maintain their vast empire while managing these external threats? The answer was not simple, but it lay in their ability to adapt and to use diplomacy as a tool of statecraft. The answer lay in their diplomatic strategies. These strategies were multifaceted and involved a deep understanding of the political landscape, the ambitions of their rivals, and the needs of their own people. One of the most significant moments in Ottoman diplomacy was the Treaty of Karlowitz in 1699. This treaty marked a turning point in the empire's history. This treaty marked the end of the Great Turkish War and resulted in substantial territorial losses for the Ottomans. However, it also marked the beginning of a new era of diplomatic engagement, where the Ottomans learned to use diplomacy to their advantage. But rather than a sign of weakness, it was a turning point that led to a new era of diplomatic engagement. The Ottomans began to understand that they could no longer rely solely on military might to maintain their empire. The Ottomans learned that alliances could be just as powerful as military might. They began to forge relationships with European powers, using diplomacy to regain influence and stabilize their empire. These alliances were carefully crafted to balance the power dynamics in the region and to ensure the Ottomans' continued relevance. They began to forge relationships with European powers, using diplomacy to regain influence and stabilize their empire. This was a time of great change, and the Ottomans had to be flexible and innovative in their approach to diplomacy. In summary, Ottoman diplomacy was a complex interplay of treaties and alliances that allowed the empire to navigate a turbulent political landscape. These treaties were not just pieces of paper, but powerful tools that shaped the destiny of nations. By understanding the importance of diplomacy, the Ottomans not only preserved their empire, but also adapted to the changing dynamics of power in Europe and Asia. Their ability to read the political landscape and to form strategic alliances was key to their longevity. Their ability to engage in strategic negotiations and form alliances was crucial in maintaining their influence and stability over centuries. This was not just about survival, but about thriving in a world of constant change. If you found this exploration of Ottoman diplomacy intriguing, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Your support helps us bring more content like this to you. We appreciate every like, comment, and subscription. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think was the most significant treaty or alliance in Ottoman history, and why? Your insights and opinions are what make this community great. What do you think was the most significant treaty or alliance in Ottoman history, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's start a conversation. Your engagement helps us understand what topics you find most interesting, and allows us to create content that you love. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of history.